Hi everyone, welcome back to Hearts and Hangers Craft Studio. I'm Laurie, the owner and the artist of Tropical Expressions Paint Parties in Houston area. Today I've got a fun and easy project for you. So I hope you like sunflowers. I absolutely love them myself. We're going to first of all, I prepped my 14 by 14 door hanger. I have it here with a coat of turquoise paint, color acrylic paint on the door hanger. And then first of all, we want to make sure we know where our sunflowers are going. So I'm going to place my sunflowers where I want them. And then also I chose to use You Are My Sunshine stencil to go on top. Okay, so we could put it in the center, which I think will look nice on the center, in the center like that. But if you decided to put it at the top, that's fine too. So I'm going to get started with my sunflower stencils. Okay. And I'm going to use these little sponges. I got them at I think Hobby Lobby, and they have them in all different sizes, and they probably cost about $2 or $3. So let me get my paint ready. I'm going to use some yellow and some orange and some dark brown. No need to wet the sponge, just because if you do, it'll be too watery for the paint to stick to the door hanger. So no need to do that. I am going to start with the center though. So I'm going to grab some brown, paint my center. If you wanted to, you could use painter's tape to hold them in place, but I am not using tape tonight. Okay, so when you're applying the paint, you just want to make sure you have your stencil in place. Just because you don't want it to be leaking at all. And then you don't want to have too much paint on your stencil sponge, just because it will leak. That's why the thicker the paint is, it will be a little bit better to work with. Right now I'm using, I believe, Deco Art. This is absolutely my favorite thing to do, is to just paint, just get into that zone of just enjoying creating something that's very pretty, and I can use as decor in my own home. So it's really such a blessing to learn how to do this. And, you know, even if you don't have a creative bone in your body, you really can. Okay, add a little bit of turquoise. All right, let's go ahead and take off the stencils to see how they came out. They came out so pretty. Okay, let's take the other one off. Perfect. Okay, just going to make sure it's dry before we actually add the You Are My Sunshine writing on there, stencil on there. All right, we're ready for the next step. So here's You Are My Sunshine. I'm going to center it in the middle, right about there. And I'm going to use black. Okay. You need to be careful when you are using black. So just go very, very slow and use very thin layers. Now you can make this whatever color you want to. If you didn't want to use turquoise, you can use a navy blue or whatever color you'd like to use for the background. But I think that the turquoise looks really, really pretty. Smooth out the edges of the stencil. You can go ahead and grab like a thin detail brush like this. And then go around and fill in those little spots where the stencil kind of attached to each other. If you have a heavy hand, this is definitely a part that you need to touch lightly. So if you press too hard, you're going to make a big smear on your stencil, and you don't want to do that. If you have, difficulty smoothing out the little spots on your where your stencil is, you could always use a Posca pen to fix this part that I'm really OCD about. All right, so we're finished with this. There you have it. You are my sunshine. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I just really enjoyed painting with you, and I hope that you'll join in next time with me. Please give this a like and also a subscribe. I appreciate your support. Have a great night.